Monday's HOTBEAT on February 28, 2022. We have started with a song called Winner by Labi featuring Ash Island. Hello to all of our HOTBEAT family. My HOTBEAT's DJ Howon of W24, your one and only Hobby. Let's get started with Monday's HOTBEAT. It's a fresh start of a new week. So I have a little side story talking about MBTIs. So I've actually been talking about a lot about MBTIs, haven't I been? So this story is about this. According to your MBTI, there are those career or jobs that don't go according to your MBTI. They're not, what do you call it, relatable or compatible. And for INFJ, I find out that the worst of those jobs that you can have for INFJs are car racers. So what do I say about this is that I definitely agree. I would never be able to be a car racer. First of all, I don't like to drive. Second of all, I don't like speed stuff. So you guys know how lots of sports have to do with speed, right? For example, car racing, even for the Winter Olympics, the skating, the one that's really the short tracks that are just really fast and it kind of looks dangerous. Those kind of things. It just makes my heart pound too fast. It's like, what's gonna happen? So, yeah, those kind of things that are very, things that have to do with, really fast thinking and, yeah, things that sometimes have to be very spontaneous, I'm not really good at. Yeah, everything has to be very organized and planned. For example, this is the reason I actually like volleyball. This is the reason I did volleyball when I was in high school. It was because volleyball is a very organized game, guys. Although you have those impromptu moments and spontaneous moments, but most of the time it's very organized because first you receive the ball, then you set the ball, and then you spike. You receive the ball, you set the ball, and then you spike. But for soccer is also very spontaneous and very. You need to have those sense skills. You have to be very sensitive about those special moments. Should I go to the right? Should I go to the left? Should I do a turn, or should I shoot the ball here or there? I cannot do that. It's just it's too hard for me. Just give me a place to put the ball, and then I just do it. That's why volleyball was so fun for me, because it was so easy in that sense. Anyways, so if I wasn't going to become a singer, the job that I actually always wanted to have was, believe it or not, it was a flight attendant. Yeah. Here in Korea, obviously, lots of those flight attendants are, I don't know why, but culturally wise, being a flight attendant in Korea was actually very fancy. And obviously, it's not because the job was fancy is that I want it. It's because I like to do those service kind of stuff. This is the main reason that I also did those part-time jobs that had to do with serving. So restaurant serving, cafes. Yeah, that's my comfort zone for me. I don't know why. If you give me a job to do obviously because here in Korea, since I know how to speak good English, people always ask me for tutoring stuff, and I'll be like, nope. Sorry. Even though the money is very good and it's easy and it takes less time, but I'll be like, nope, sorry, no tutoring for me. I don't like to teach. I'm a really bad teacher. Anyways, I would have been a flight attendant or a concierge, probably in a hotel. That would have been my two jobs, my two biggest jobs. Maybe become even a manager for those hotels. Yeah, how they have a medallion. Those the ones who are the ones, I don't know, I can't remember the exact name, what you call them. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna search for that. Alright, so we'll listen to a song. I'll be back with Jane for Monday's segment OMG lyrics. The song is Rika Rika by Nature. Session about K-pop lyrics. OMG lyrics. She has a new job now. Jane, welcome back. Hello. So I've actually was looking for this thing. What I was talking about, in the beginning, we were talking about MBTIs and the jobs that go really well with your MBTI and who are like, you know, the worst jobs for MBTI. I am INFJ, and one of my best, although the worst jobs that I could ever get was, you know, car racers. And I always wanted to be a person who was like service, maybe a flight attendant or maybe a concierge. I think you call it general manager, I guess. Yeah. For like a hotel. This is what I was like trying to search for through the song. But anyways, Jane, let's talk about your new job.
Yes.
Yeah. What is your new job?
I can't really reveal too much about it, but it's definitely a new department compared to what I've been doing over the past few years. It's more like a business-related job where I kind of contact different companies to see if there's a project that we could work on. And then, yeah, just going from there to actually having the project and, you know, managing it. So it's kind of like that base.
Okay, so we're actually talking about office work.
Yes, different corporate job.
Very different to your style when you were working as a teacher, right?
Yeah. So I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully I'll get adjusted to it as soon as possible and have fun.
What is one of the most things that you're looking forward to, like for office jobs?
I think it's just the fact that there's less like moving around. Because like the teaching job, it was a lot of like activities. I have to like, I don't ever really remember like sitting down for a long
always
time.
on the board.
Yeah, always on the board, always talking. And so another thing that I'm looking forward to is just having like contact with adults. And adults only.
Because you've only been in contact with parents, right?
Parents, kids.
Of course.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be less. Obviously, like it's hard work no matter what you do, but it's probably going to be like stressful, but in a different way. If you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think you'll do great. I think you'll be a great office, like maybe manager or something, like, you know, worker.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyways, so I actually have this like list of things that you can actually have. Again, talking about those jobs related to the MBTIs, the worst jobs that you can find with your MBTI. So let me first ask you, what's your MBTI?
You know what? Like, I was actually interested in what my MBTI is, because for the longest time I thought like I would be one of the E's, but it turns out that I'm like a defender type, where it's a ISFJ.
You're an ISFJ.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which is weird because all this time I thought I was like an E, and then ending with the J.
Right.
So I got the ending right.
Yeah.
I'm not an E.
Yeah, interesting. ISFJ. Oh, I thought you would be more like maybe like ESTJ.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But
because one of my friends is ESTJ, and you have like a very similar vibe to him.
Right, I don't know. Like, I think this MBTI, it can kind of be like inaccurate in a way.
Well, in my personal opinion, it's the most accurate ones that have to do with like, you know, the personality tests until now, through the eras. But anyways, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna keep trying, but yeah. Apparently, I am an ISFJ.
The worst job you can actually get is what? A tattoo.
You know, that's actually really funny because
a tattooist.
I'm actually like, don't get me wrong, but I don't have any tattoos, and I'm not planning on getting any.
Right.
So I'm like a huge no to tattoos. So that's kind of surprising.
Is there like a special reason you don't like the tattoos?
It's more because like I heard once you get a tattoo, it's harder for you to donate blood. And I mean, not that I want to like donate blood right now, but it's just like in case, like if I'm at a situation where someone needs that help, then I want to be there. So
that's why you're the defender.
Yeah. And also, I don't think like after some time, like I heard like the tattoo that it changes color.
It does. You have to like get it done.
Again.
Yeah. It's hard to manage those.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, so to all of our HOTBEAT listeners who are listening, check out what kind of MBTI you are and see what kind of the worst jobs you can actually ever have are. So for ISTJ, let's go through this list, Jane, okay? ISTJ, which one is it?
So the worst job would be being a rapper.
Right. It's because rappers tend to be very, obviously they are those rappers who are very organized and, you know, have like their schedules and stuff like that, but usually rappers are very impromptu. They're very spontaneous, on the spot, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is really hard for them, of course, for ISTJs. Next, again, ISFJ was tattooist. ISFP is, what do you call it?
Car dealer, but secondhand
car dealer, yeah. And then we have ISTP with recreation person. What do you call it? What do you call it?
Like
entertainer?
Yeah.
Is it like entertainer? Okay. And then we have for INFP is the financial assistance, the financial, what do you call it? Strategists. Yeah, I think that's the right word. And then again, INFJ was car racers. INTJs are those counselors for psychology. And then INTP was a babysitter. Especially with the T, right?
Yeah.
Alright, and then for the ESTJs, it's Sheen, which is a what do you call it? Poet?
Poet.
Yeah. ESFJ is 물리학자, physiologist. Yeah. And then ENFP is, I like this one, is the paduk, the one that does like paduk. And you know what paduk is, right?
Yeah, it's like the game where you play with using
the black stones and
red
the white stones. Yeah. And then ENFJ, 용접사. What is 용접사?
I have no idea.
Alright, so then we have the ESFP, which is for the libraries, librarians, yeah, thank you. ESTP is the florist. ENTJ is for, what do you call it? Those personal taking care of like houses. And then for ENTP is the call centers, right? So these are the worst jobs you can actually get for your MBTI's hobby fam. So yes, check that out. Alright, so we're now moving on to our OMG lyrics. Jane, could you please explain to us what the OMG lyrics is for today?
Alright, so OMG Lyrics is a segment where Howon and I check out the lyrics of a K-pop song, and we have a debate about its story. And then we also talk about other songs that go well with the narrator of the lyrics, or choose a response song to that song. You can also look forward to see what songs Howon and I select.
Alright, so let's finally begin our OMG lyrics. Jane, what is the song for today's debate?
Alright, so here is today's controversial song. PD님, music cue.
I love this song. It's a really good song. What? Really?
I never even knew this artist had this type of song.
Yes. So today's song is 이런 ending scene by IU. Yes. Today was actually a song that was requested by one of our listeners. Let's read our message.
Alright, so the message is from Mine from Turkey. Hello, dear Jane and Hwon. This is my first message for OMG Lyrics, and the song I would like to request is Ending Scene by IU.
Yes.
The song describes the end of a relationship in a wistful and theatrical way. Oh, it's the end of a relationship.
Yes.
Okay, so the movie is also so beautiful and meaningful as much as the lyrics. IU and her ex-lover are tied up in the clouds together, preparing for their breakup. While he cuts all the strings, or she cuts all the strings, IU hesitates to cut, and the video ends at that moment. I hope IU cut her strings. Because watching these memories over and over may be harmful for her in the future. Yes, I agree. We should move on so that our hearts can find peace and happiness. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed discussing the lyrics of the song. Have a nice day. With love, Mine.
Alright, Mine, thank you very much for the song request for today's OMG lyrics. This is actually one of my favorite songs of this album that she has released for Iron. I think in this album she had Iron ending and also 이름에게 in this song too. Do you know the song 이름에게?
No.
Okay, sorry.
Clearly, I don't really listen to a lot of IU songs.
Okay. Let's move on and talk about the lyrics then.
Okay, so here's the part of the song that I'm going to introduce to you all today. And it starts off with 제대로 잘 보고 다 지나가니까. Eat well, it will all pass. 예전처럼 잠도 잘 자게 될 거야. You'll end up sleeping well again. 진심으로 빌게. 너는 더 행복할 자격이 있어. I will sincerely pray for you. You deserve to be happier. Yeah, this is why I didn't even know it was to an X.
Yeah.
Okay. Continuing. 외로웠던 만큼 너보다 사랑해줄 사람 꼭 만났으면 해. As much as you were lonely, I hope you find someone who will love you more than you love yourself. 내가 아니라서 미안해. I'm sorry it wasn't me. 주는 게 쉽지가 않아. It's not easy to give to you. 네 말대로 언젠가 나도 나 같은 누군가에게 사랑받게 될까? As you said, one day will I be loved by someone who is like me?
Okay, so it's about a woman who is wishing her ex happiness. Right. So you've not watched the music video for this song, right? Okay, so the song was actually composed by Sam Kim. Love Sam Kim. He said that he was very honored and happy to be able to give a song he made to IU. And also in this music video, the male character is actually Kim Soo-hyun. Yeah, from, he has been in lots of dramas. You guys don't know who he is. And so, let me ask you this question, Jane. Talking about Sam Kim again, giving IU his song to her. So, Willie and Jane, if you were to compose a song, which male singer or which female singer would you like to sing your song to? So you made a song.
Yes.
Who would you want to give it to?
That's hard.
I know. There's so many good singers out there, aren't there?
Yeah. I mean, if it's a female singer, then I'd definitely pick Iori.
Yeah.
Only because most of her songs have made such a great hit.
I know.
So I want my song to be it.
Obviously. Wow. So we're talking about maybe women power stuff, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Those kind of songs composed. What about male singers?
Male singers, I really have not given much thought. Maybe you.
Oh, thank you. I'm gonna go out with the women power too.
Yes. And you're for sure going to have a lot of female fans. What about you?
Well, obviously actually for female singers, I would love to have,
Is she from Girls' Generation?
No, yeah, I wouldn't dare to actually compose a song for her, but anyways, yes. I would like, for Park Hye-won, to sing one of the songs that I composed. I would love to hear her sing to my song. Yeah.
What about male singers?
For male singers, I think I'm gonna choose actually. Well, there are actually lots of male singers that I do like, but I would like to choose maybe Bruno Mars.
Oh, Bruno Mars!
Yeah, I would love.
Oh, he has a lovely vocal.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna have to be in English.
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine Bruno Mars speaking Korean.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he would do great with the Korean accent. Probably. Okay, so right now we're talking about 이런 ending scene by IU. We're going to listen to the whole song, and then we'll be back to talk about it in more detail. This is HOTBEAT's DJ Howon, and you're listening to our Monday segment, OMG Lyrics with Jane. Today's song, we're talking about 이런 ending scene by IU, which is a song about the lyrics talking about a woman who is wishing her ex happiness for him. Alright, so this is one of the questions we have, so we can have a debate about this song. Holly and Jane, when you have a breakup, do you wish the other person happiness, or do you want them to be less happy than you? What do you think?
Me, I'm more two it goes two ways. I don't care.
Yeah.
Or
I actually agree with you with that one.
Yeah, it's either I don't care or I hope you
burn.
Burn? Burn? No, not burn, but more like kind of go through difficulties. Suffer.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly the same thing with burn.
No, burn's a little too strong.
It's too strong, okay.
What about you?
I agree with both.
Yeah.
Probably I would go with more with I don't care. I'd be like, whatever, live your life.
Yeah.
You're no longer related to me. That would be my personal stance when it comes to like exes. But if it's like a nice breakup and you end up being friends, obviously you don't want your friend to have like a miserable time. So, right? Wouldn't you?
I mean,
would you first of all, let me ask you, would you be able to become friends with your exes?
No.
Okay.
Like, honestly, I don't even think there's any way to, like, have a good breakup. Yeah, so even, like, in this part of the song, when I was reading it, I was like, what? 진심으로 빌게 너는 더 행복할 자격이 있어? Like, I sincerely pray for you. You deserve to be happier. This is something I would never say.
Right. Something.
A breakup.
It does not sound like Jane.
Yeah.
It does not sound like Jane. Something Jane would say.
It's weird.
Okay, so I actually had exes become friends. So maybe this is one of the things that you wouldn't be able to relate. But I do have those kind of like special cases. She was actually one of my special cases. Yeah.
I think like before, like when you're younger, it's easy to kind of have that sort of mentality. But then after you're like married and stuff, it kind of does become a little awkward. And you know, you start to realize like once you are married and all, it gets harder to keep in touch.
Right.
People around you. Right. So yeah, you automatically kind of just push away like exes and whatnot because you know, like when you meet these friends or keep in touch with these friends, your husband or your wife is always going to be beside you. So you don't want that awkwardness. Right.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Because I actually have never experienced married life, so I wouldn't be able to say anything about this. But now that Jane explains it, I think I do understand a little bit of it. I guess it's actually very true. Like when people couples, when they tend to get married, they tend to be very, I guess, careful about meeting other friends too as well, right? So I guess this is one of the situations. And imagine if that friend was like an ex. I will probably also get a little bit, jealous if it was in my situation. You know what I mean, right? So let's move on. So we're both actually talking about how we actually don't really care about our exes, whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, their journey, their endeavors. We really don't care what they do. So this next question doesn't really have a relation to us because the question was, how would you feel if you found out that your ex was dating someone who was cooler than you? I'll be like, I don't care.
Find someone cooler than them.
I'll be like, whatever. I mean, who has decided that this person is cooler than me? You know?
No one can be cooler than us.
Yes. Do whatever you want. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. That is my kind of stance, I guess. Okay. So they say that when you have a breakup, every song in the world sounds like your story. What was the saddest song you ever listened to after a breakup? That's a question we got.
You know what? The funniest thing is I don't really like listening to sad songs. So, like for me, my all-time favorite or go-to song before after a breakup that I would listen to is like all the songs from Little Mix. And majority of their songs, like it's more like, I'm gonna do better, and I don't need you, kind of thing. Yeah. So it kind of motivates me to just like think that way too. So it's more like, I'm gonna do better. You are just like a huge burden. Now that you're out of my life, I'm all good.
To the left, everything you have in a box to the left.
There you go, Beyonce.
Maybe another song recommendation could be, if you're like Jane, I would recommend the song called 내가 제일 잘나가 by 21. That would be a good song to listen to boost up your what do you call it?
Self-esteem.
Thank you. I was really forgetting that word. Alright, so anyways, talking about this song again, one part of the song goes, 네 말대로 언젠가 나도 나 같은 누군가에게 사랑받게 될까? As you said, one day will I be loved by someone who is like me? Is there anything that any of your exes said to you that you still remember? Is the question we have. Have you ever had these kind of like lines said to you before?
No, actually. Oh. No.
No?
Because it was more like I would break up with them and they'd be like, what? So, like, they never saw it coming. And then they go, what? And then I just go, yeah. So, wish you nothing but the best.
Yeah.
See ya.
Oh, no. So the biggest response you've ever gotten, I guess it was, what?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on? Why?
Why? Tell me why. Why are you breaking up with me? Yeah.
What about you?
I don't think I've actually had someone say this to me or ever have say this to someone. I've actually said this once, actually. 나보다는 더 좋은 남자 만나길 바래. This actually I've said before. I hope you meet someone better than I.
Oh my god, if someone said that to me, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what the girl says. But it was actually a real honest approach to how I was feeling. Because it wasn't like, oh, it was because the girl broke up with me. That's why I said that. Yes. That's the reason I was able to
that's
say
kind
that.
of weird though.
What is it?
Yeah, it's more like when the guy breaks up with the girl, they add that on to their like
right, but that's
speech.
but that's a very cliche speech.
Yeah.
But it was like I guess it was more of a one-sided love. I really liked that person, and she was like half and half, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean, right? And so when she broke up with me, I was like, I hope you meet someone better than I, because I still was very into that.
Oh, then that's sad.
That is sad.
That wouldn't make me mad.
Yeah.
That would make me feel guilty.
Yeah, but yeah, I've had those kind of situations. Yeah.
Yeah. See, I would never even think that, or even say that in my breakup speech.
Yeah.
It's more like, I hope you realize one day, like how good of a person I was. See ya.
But this actually was a one-time thing for me, because I usually, actually not really, like maybe half of my relationships I broke up with that person, and the other half, you know, they have broken up with me. So yeah, it's mostly the times when they broke up with me is because I liked that person too much.
Oh, that's so sad.
Which is sad.
That's sad.
You know, speaking a little bit more intimately, I've actually never had like a successful relationship, I want to say. I've always had these like, it was never balanced. It was always like someone, either the girl liked me too much or I liked the girl too much. It was always like that. And you know what happens if it's too like,
yeah, if it's not
balanced.
Like, oh, right.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Well, that's why you're not married to them yet. You'll meet the right person.
Yeah. Being married, yeah, that's the moment that I would get married with, you know, the girl, right? Okay, so we're now actually going to listen to a song called Beat Bam. This is the part where we listen to a song that a writer has picked for us. She picked the song called 밥만 잘 먹더라, Still Eating Well by Homme. Yes, this is actually a duet with Kyuhyun and Taeyeon from 2AM. So the reason why she picked this song is because she says, even if you have a breakup, you can still eat well. That's life, yes.
I agree.
밥만 잘 먹더라. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoy the song. Let's give it a listen and we'll be back. This is HOTBEAT's DJ Howon, and you're listening to our Monday segment OMG Lyrics. Today we actually have a song recommendation. It was from Mine. It was a song called 이런 Ending Scene by IU. A song about a woman wishing her ex happiness. Again, we were talking about how rare is this kind of like case, right? Usually for me and Jay, we would just be like, yep, bye-bye. 꺼져줄게 잘 살아.
Yes.
But anyways, Jane, what do you think? What did you think about today's song? Again, last time.
I think
Just to wrap up.
honestly,
Yeah.
it's very controversial. I did not see this coming, but it's definitely a song that would not really fit in with me. I cannot imagine myself saying these words.
Yeah, saying
I'm
like,
quite the opposite of that.
you're right. I'll be like, I hope you have a hard time. I curse you to have a hard time.
I hope you cry one day.
Alright, so now it is time for me and Jane to pick a song related to today's OMG Lyrics song. I actually chose a song called INVU by Taeyeon. Obviously, it's her newest song.
Yes.
But I also chose this song because it's a breakup song. And what the song is about is INVU. It's because she envies the man for to have met a person like her that has loved him so much. So INVU. Yeah, and it's very, it has many different meanings into it, but it is that kind of song. And I guess obviously it's a little bit different to IU's song.
Right.
Yeah, it's not wishing your ex to have a great life, but actually saying that I wish I had met someone who has loved you like I did. That kind of love.
And it kind of relates to what you said.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, like how you love that person more.
Oh, yeah.
Than her.
Yeah.
Yeah, relatable.
Kind of relatable. Anywho, what about you, Jane?
Alright, so I picked a song from a Little Mix. Well, they did a song with Galantis+David.
Okay.
And it's called Heartbreak Anthem. So the reason why I picked this is also it's kind of related to the topic. And they're saying this to their ex, saying, I only called because I wish you the best. And, this isn't a heartbreak anthem because they just don't want to waste time. So yeah, wish you the best kind of thing. So which is also kind of like controversial as well at the same time because Little Mix, all their songs would be like, I'm gonna do better than you. You're just a waste of time and all that stuff. To now, like they're having like different approach to this topic. So yeah.
Okay, I'm very looking forward to listening to that song recommendation by Jane. Anyways, happy fam, it is time for us to wrap up OMG Lyrics. So, as you heard today's OMG Lyrics, talk about the lyrics that you find on K-pop songs that you thought it was very controversial or it was weird to see. Let us know how you guys feel about it, okay? Alright, very good. We'll now send up Jane with the song recommended by Hody first, which is, again, INVU by Taeyeon, and then we'll listen to Jane's song, Heartbreak Anthem by Lil Mix with Galantis+David. So, Jane, I will be seeing you next week, right?
Yep.
Alright, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
It is time for us to wrap up part 1. Moving on to part 2 after this song, happy fam. The song is Rocking Doll by Rocking Doll.
Every step we're grooving, follow my beat, I'm with you. Heartbeat, heartbeat.
Welcome everyone to the second hour of HOTBEAT. I'm HOTBEAT's DJ Howon of W24, your one and only Hody. Let's get started with our with our daily segments for our second hour. Yeah, it is the Ssup, the TMI Quiz, who knows, and also That's the Reason. Hope you guys stay tuned. 2 songs to listen to right now, and I'll be back with Ssup. The songs are Tarari by Treasure and 구원자 Savior by 이하이 featuring BI. hola, Ssup. Hello everyone, how was your day today? What did you see, feel, eat, and talk about? Please do share your life stories with me, DJ Howon. Any story about your day is going to be great, so tell us how you spent the day, what you ate, who you met, etc., along with a brief introduction about yourself. Very, very good. So let's hear today's Ssup story right away. It is our daily segment, the first part. We have Malu with the Ssup story saying, Hola, Howon. Hello. Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estás? Malu says, espero que muy bien en este mes de febrero que se está pasando rápido. Recuerdo que antes se jugaba carnavales, al menos aquí en Perú. Los carnavales que jugamos era con agua. Para tirarnos agua, usábamos pistolas con agua o globos llenos de agua. Esto se jugaba entre amigos del barrio o con familiares. Era muy divertido, pero ahora está prohibido por la situación que está pasando en el mundo y también para cuidar el agua del planeta. ¿Tú también jugaste carnavales aquí en Perú? ¿Te gustaría volver a jugar carnavales con los chicos en el verano de Corea? Espero que te haya gustado mi mensaje. Gracias por leerlo. God bless you. Saludos desde Perú. Okay, so Malu was saying, hello, Howon, how are you? I'm doing great. Thank you very much for asking. And she says, I have been doing great in this month of February. I know that lots of things have been going really, really fast, but I remember how in the past they used to play carnivals here in in Peru, and we used to play carnivals with water. So we would throw water at each other. We used water guns and also water balloons. Yes. This was actually played around with your close friends, neighborhood friends. And it was so much fun. But right now it is actually prohibited because of the COVID-19 situation. And also to take care of the water in the planet, right? So the question Malu was asking was, did you also play carnivals here in Peru? Would you like to go back to your summer days and play it with your Korean friends? I hope you like my message, says Malu. Okay, so I actually also have good memories of those carnivals in Peru. Back when I was in elementary school, even up to like middle school. Yes, I loved to play with water, especially since like Peru is a very hot, well, I don't want to say like very, very hot, but it's a humid country, especially if you live in Lima, which is the capital city. It's nice to play around with water. Obviously, we're close to the ocean, and it's a very like water friendly city, I guess I want to say. So we used to play these carnivals. I used to play carnivals with like not maybe like my neighborhood friends, but there was this one time where it was like a traditional thing to go like throw water balloons at each other with like neighborhood, like your street friends. Even though like you guys are like not friends with each other, you will still like throw water balloons at them. And it was like I remember it was like one of those ways to get in contact or be friends with your I guess your neighborhood people. Yeah, it was actually very interesting. And yeah, in Korea I think this would never be able to happen because first of all, there will be so many complaints about the water balloon, like the residues. You know how like when you throw a water balloon, the balloons like leftovers are always found on the floor. And cleaning that up was like a whole new story. I remember cleaning those water balloon, the balloons, the leftovers. It's very tedious to find all of them. Yeah. Anyways, so that was our Ssup story for today. Thank you so much for giving me that like kind of like back memory to my childhood memories. Thank you very much. Okay, so Malu, I will be sending you my selfie through the email as a gift. We're now going through our TMI quiz. Who knows after this song now? The song is Juice by 미래소년. From K-stars to K-culture that's now the center of the world, we solve too much information quizzes that aren't too obvious. TMI Quiz, who knows? Starting our second daily segment, it is time for the TMI Quiz. HOTBEAT fam, if you know the answers as we go through the quizzes, let us know through HOTBEAT's website send message board or DM our Instagram at HOTBEAT0409. Remember, from Monday through Sunday, we'll be drawing one of the winners among those who answer correctly. And the winners will be receiving my selfie via email as a gift. The way for you to find out if you're the winner for today's TMI quiz or not is to check out the announcement board after Sunday's show ends. So please do check it out. Okay? Very good. Let's get through our TMI quiz who knows for today. This is the question we have. Drama 25, 21, 25, 21 starring Nam Joo Hyuk and Kim Tae-ri is currently showing in Korea. It is about youth who go through many worries and pains during the South Korean financial crisis of 1998. Today's quiz is about Nam Joo Hyuk, the male protagonist of the drama. So, Nam Joo Hyuk used to dream of becoming a player in this sport. Which sport is it? Number 1 is swimming and number 2 is basketball. Okay, so first of all, this could be a hint or it could not be a hint. But I know that Nam Joo Hyuk is a really good swimming player as well as a basketball player. I've seen him both swim and also play basketball, and he's actually pretty good in both. Obviously, as a basketball player, he has the height to become a basketball player. You know, he was a model, so we all know that he's very tall. But for swimming as well, having that height and swimming very well is also very, very good. So yeah, I don't know if this could be like a hint or may confused you lots for all of you guys. So I guess the obvious answer would be basketball, but I'm guessing that it also could be swimming. I could see him, swim a lot. I think he's very like what do you call it, water friendly. Anyways, take your guess, HOTBEAT fam, for today's quiz, okay? We're now moving on to listening to a song. I'll be back with That's the Reason now. The song is Starlight from the drama 25, 21, 25, 21 by Taeyeon. Now moving on to our third daily segment, it is That's the Reason, where we listen to 3 songs based on one theme every day. Obviously, it's a playlist made by us only for you. Today, we actually have a theme. The theme is covers of Lee Moon Sae's songs. Love Lee Moon Sae's songs. So many hit songs out there. Let's go through them. The first song is going to be Kyuhyun's 깊은 밤을 날아서, Flying Deep in the Night. The second song is going to be Oh Hyuk's 소녀, A Little Girl, OST for the drama Reply 1988. And last but not least, we have 사랑은 늘 도망가, Love Always Runs Away by Lim Young Woong. So, we'll listen to the 3 songs now, and we'll talk about them more in detail after we come back. So today's That's the Reason were covers of Lee Moon Sae's songs. The songs you just listened to were again 깊은 밤을 날아서, Flying Deep in the Night by Kyuhyun, 소녀, A Little Girl by Oh Hyuk, and 사랑은 늘 도망가, Love Always Runs Away by Lim Young Woong. One of my favorite songs is actually 깊은 밤을 날아서. It's very kind of like upbeat. Kind of makes you feel very happy, doesn't it? Okay, so let's talk about that song. 깊은 밤을 날아서, Flying Deep in the Night by Kyuhyun. His covers, Kyuhyun's version of the cover song for Lee Moon Sae's song was actually released in 2014. It was actually a B-side track of Kyuhyun's first solo album, 광화문에서 at 광화문. Oh, okay. So Lee Moon Sae's original song was published in 1987. Yeah. This song was actually played a lot in the drama Reply 1988. You guys can guess why. The reason why, obviously, it was released in 1987. And I guess that era from like 1988 to like maybe like early 1990s, it was lots of like Lee Moon Sae stuff going on. So yeah, he got lots of popularity. Alright, so that was the first song we were listening to. It's very upbeat, isn't it, upbeat fam? I really enjoyed it. Okay. Next, we have Oh Hyuk, 소녀, A Little Girl. This was released in 2015. This cover song was published as a soundtrack of the drama 응답하라 Reply 1988, obviously. And Lee Moon Sae's original song was published in 1985. Ooh, okay. So it was like the main theme song for the relationship for Deoksun and what was his name? The character's name. Oh wow, I can't remember. Yeah, you guys all know that there was this like one relationship between um uh uh I can't remember his name. Oh wow, oh Donghwan, yes, Deoksun and Donghwan. Yeah, oh my gosh, wow, I almost forgot his name. But anyways, that was the relationship. Every time like we talk about that relationship, this song was always played. It's a very nice song to listen to. Yes. Especially that first part where Oh Hyuk sings, 내 곁에만. It's very, I don't know, it's very moving, isn't it? I can actually never was able to um, follow or actually try to imitate Oh Hyuk. 내 곁에만. I can't do it. All right, last but not least, we have the song called 사랑은 늘 도망가, Love Always Runs Away by Lim Young Woong. Obviously, the one of the famous trot singers out here in Korea. The song was released in 2021, and it was a soundtrack of the drama 신사와 아가씨, Young Lady and Gentleman. This song has been at the top of the Korean music charts for a long time now. And Lee Moon Sae's original song was published in 2010. And it was the main soundtrack of the drama 욕망의 불꽃, Flames of Desire. Ooh, didn't know this. Very, very good. I guess a soundtrack for 2 dramas. That's amazing, isn't it? Okay, so if I remember correctly, the song is still up on the charts very, very high. And yeah. Let me check. Oh, it's actually number 1. Yeah, actually, it comes back and forth with number 1, number 2, number 3. Yeah. Anyways, very, very good. So I guess everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Okay. So we're now moving on to listening to a song, and I'll be back with the quiz's answer. The song is 저녁 하늘, Evening Sky by Ailey. Now it is time to reveal the answer for today's TMI quiz. Who knows? Again, was the question. It was Nam Joo Hyuk used to dream of becoming a player in this sport. Which sport is it? Number 1 was swimming, and number 2 is basketball. The answer is yes. It was the obvious answer. Basketball. Yeah, everyone has seen him play basketball lots of times. Everyone has, right? So Nam Joo Hyuk was a basketball player for 2 years in middle school. He dreamed of becoming a basketball player, not a model. But he had to quit basketball after having 2 surgeries to remove a lump on his shin bone. Oh no. So people who played in the same middle school basketball team as Nam Joo Hyuk say that they never imagined Nam Joo Hyuk becoming an actor instead of a basketball player. He must have played basketball a lot, right? So when Nam Joo Hyuk quit basketball due to his injury, he remembered how people around him jokingly told him to try becoming a model. That's when he decided that he would be a model. Okay. Don't thought that was easy for him to find a dream job. All right, so that was the answer for today's TMI quiz. So, I was actually curious about, Nam Joo Hyuk swimming, so I actually found some info about it. He actually knows how to swim well. I guess he's a really nice sports player. Yeah. But anyways, having to remove lumps in the shin bone and not being able to like do natural jumps for like basketball. Oh, that must have been so heartbreaking for him. Yeah. One of the most heartbreaking thing for like especially like sports players is to do surgeries. Surgeries always gets you to have like disadvantages when it comes to like sports. I've actually also seen lots of like, this could be a little bit of a sad little side story, but I've actually seen one of my best friends have an injury on her ankle and not be able to play basketball again ever. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, she knows she can play, but she can't run. And she loved basketball. Yeah. Right. Anyways, that was today's TMI quiz's answer. It was basketball. Yeah. Okay. let's move on, Happy fam. Again, remember the TMI quiz's answers are always, the winners are always uploaded on the announcement board after Sunday show, and so please check that out. And if you're the winner, let us know your email address so we can send you the selfie, okay? Very good. We have 2 songs to listen to, and I'll be back to wrap up. The songs are 여름비, Summer Rain by Sam Kim, and 눈이 오잖아, When It Snows by Imujin featuring Haze. It is time to wrap up already, Hoppy fam. Before we end today's Hotbeat, I just like to ask all of our Hoppy listeners one more time to send in many messages for our Ssup stories. Yes, love to hear about your daily little lives. So let us know how you've been, doing. Let us know what special things you've been doing as well, events or any special moments that you wanted to share with all of our Hoppy fam and me. Let us know through your messages. Okay, I'll be waiting for those. So, again, remember that today's Monday. I want you guys to all have a great spirits for this week. Looking forward to what we have for this week's Hobby too. Okay? So, we'll be saying goodbye with the ending song called 그대 손 놔요. I'll Leave You by 이선희. I am DJ Howon, your one and only Hodi, and I'll see you guys tomorrow on Hotbeat. Goodbye.